Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you rocking with me. Hopefully I didn't just bang the microphone here. I have alongside of me a comic book long box. This is going to be first in a series of 12 to 24 to 36 videos because I'm going to break these up. But basically, I need to get rid of this stuff. This is a huge, as far as mass, as far as space it takes up. My comic book collection from over the decades is just out of control. So I don't really know what I have, to be perfectly honest. So we're gonna go through it, see if there's anything interesting or cool, and then basically catalog it so that we can move it, right? So hopefully this is cool. Hopefully it's fun. We're gonna find out, but this is gonna be a mystery unboxing for me as much as anybody. So lid comes off. Just to give you a perspective, if you're not familiar, I don't even think I can get this all in the one frame. This is how long the box is. The box you're seeing here is exactly comic book depth, and I actually have it sitting on top of another box just to lift it high enough for the camera to pick up. But you know, this is a good, what, 2.5 feet long, probably 3 feet long. It might be 3 feet long. I don't have a tape measure here, but it might be. So I'm just going to start at the which I was going to start at the front. Is this the front? We're going to spin this around. Oh my god, it's heavy. Oh, I think I'd be in better shape hauling these things around. Alright, so we're going to start at the front, and I'm going to try to pull these out in groups because these should be relatively organized. And we'll see what we got. And okay, the first thing we have is Ambush Bug. Ambush Bug was a... See, this is the first issue of 6. I only have 4 here. I don't know, hopefully I find the 6th one in here somewhere, but this was from September of 2008. He was like a throwaway gimmick character, I think, in the 70s, and they brought it back as a joke. He basically has the same powers as Deadpool. He knows that he's in a comic book, and he's very fourth wall breaking, and but it's all for comedy. There's not really any action involved. He's kind of a bumbling character. I didn't think this out very well. Let's see here. Guess we'll put them there for now and hope they don't all fall over. I doubt there's anything there. Those might, if anyone's interested in them, they might be $1 a piece. What the heck is this? These are all by... Hold on. This is already not going well. Okay. I don't know. A Halloween one-shot from DC. I was mostly a DC guy, so a lot of my books are going to be DC. This is, for some reason, I have three copies. Why would I have 3 copies of this one book? Brian Azzarello, Batman and Doc Savage special. Why would I have 3 copies of this? I don't even know why I have 1 copy of this. And then here's... So this must have been the intro, and here's issue number 1 from that storyline. This was one I bought. It was part of a storyline. This is just a random Justice League issue where they did a Doomsday rehash because they didn't do that often enough. I hope you guys can hear all that. I don't know. Sometimes I might be mumbling to myself. I'm pretty far away from the mic. What we got? World's Finest. 1, 2, 3, and for some reason 2 copies of number 4. That tells me that these weren't in my box, that I was picking these up off the shelf and then I forgot. But anyway, yeah, World's Finest, 1, 2, 3, and 4 of 4. So there's the whole storyline there. I might be able to do something with that. Okay, I'm just going to pull this out here. Let's see. This is from 2002. Green Lantern, DC First. This is just a reprinting. I don't know why I have this. I guarantee I didn't pay $4 for it. This is not going well. JLA All-Stars, again, for some reason I have 2 copies of it. I don't know why. Wonder Woman number 600. That might be something. Sergeant Rock, 1, 2, 3. 2 copies of number 4. But I don't see 5 and 6. Did that say Stanley Tucci? Oh no, Billy Tucci was the writer. Okay, interesting. I have a black bagged. Is it opened? The hell? What bag is this in? This is not a normal bag. This is not opened. I don't know what this is. It's that's the Fantastic Four logo, for sure. But it's 3. I want to say they killed Human Torch a while ago. We're gonna have to do some research on that one. That one might be a little something something. Here's a fun one. This was a Marvel DC crossover. You will not see Marvel DC crossovers ever again, as long as Disney is involved. But this was a really cool story from Kurt Busiek and George Perez. And if you say his name wrong, he gets mad. Actually, I think he's not with us anymore, now that I think about that. But this was really cool. Man, there you go. Look at that. Look at that cover. Look at that cover. Superman all torn up with the shield and Mjolnir. Hell yeah. That was a fun story. This was just complete fan service. They just threw a bunch of shit together for no reason. Which is just kind of what they did in these crossovers. But it's a fun one. Oh, look what I found. Remember from our other video, I told you about those comic books on CDs. Here's the package it came in on CD-ROMs. So now we've got the original packaging. Let's see. CD requirements. Windows 3.1, Windows 95, IBM or 100% compatible, guys. It has to be 100% compatible. 486, 8 megabytes of RAM, 256 colors. Holy smokes. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to put that to the side so I can put that with the CD. Alright, let's see what we got here. Here is issue number 1. The all-new era begins. Legion of Superheroes. This is probably the issue I had to buy to get that Legion flight ring you see on the L there on his finger. We talked about that in a previous video. This is just a Ghostbusters comic book, number 1 of 4. I don't remember buying this. I don't know. This was a cool storyline. I forgot how many issues it ran for. 6? It looks like 7. This was a storyline. What year was this? Let's see. $2.50. This is going to be early 2000s, but it's a 7-issue series all about Kingpin, and it was actually really good. It was like the origin of Kingpin, or like the psychology of Kingpin. So maybe something there. We'll have to look that one up. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of interesting. Let's see what we got here. Looks like we have the 4-issue, I'm hoping, set. Yeah, 4-issue set of Ultimate War. This was an X-Men Avengers storyline from around the same time, early 2000s. Let's see. Invincible Iron Man number 1. No, this was free. This was a promotional book. Not going to get into that. I've got a bunch of Wildstorm books from March of 2010. I don't know why. I thought that was going to fall. I don't know. Authority number 10, random. I never read this. This is Wildcats number 19. I don't know why I have these. I don't know where these came from, what the purpose was behind these. I have no idea. I'm just going to throw them back in here. Where did these come from? Are these... I'm looking at these and going, are these even mine? Joe the Barbarian. These aren't... I'm just going to flip through these because they're not interesting. Tripper, more Authority, Wildcats. These are the same issues. Oh, you know what? Okay. Now I know what these are from. These are from Free Comic Book Day. Because I just saw... There was that Free Invincible Iron Man, and then I saw this one here. Free Comic Book Day. So I forget the date. It's May, the first Saturday in May of every year. It's Free Comic Book Day, and basically it's a promotional gimmick to get people to buy comic books or to get interested in comic books. But you go in and essentially they give you a stack, and so okay, that's where these came from. There's nothing to these, so I'm not going to go through them. I have 2 copies of all of them. These will probably be given away. I don't see anything here. I don't know. July of 04, Firestorm #1. I doubt that's anything, but maybe. We got here. This is a Incredible Hulk 30th anniversary issue. It's kind of cool. It's a foil cover, so it's a play on those 90s covers we talked about. It's also a reprint of, I'm guessing Hulk #1. I can't remember now, but this is a pretty famous cover. Actually, I don't know. It's $2.50, but it's also really thick, so it might be a little bit older. It might be 90s. Daredevil Noir. I can't spit it out. I don't know. It looks like just a random issue. Now, here's something if I have all of them. I don't. I just have one. Oh, #0. Captain America White. I might have the rest of these. These Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale collaborations were really popular when they came out. They did a bunch of different ones. Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain America, Daredevil. I want to say they did some... Oh, Black Cat was a big one. I think they did some for DC too, but I don't recall now. These might be a little something here. I'm going to pull the stack out. This is Amazing Spider-Man #5. Well, 568 through 573. It was the Sinister Six. And they had these cool variant covers. So here's Green Goblin, Venom, a busted up Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I'm guessing that's Hobgoblin. Doesn't look like Carnage. Bullseye, and not Lizard, Scorpion? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, it looks like the Carnage symbiote's going after him. So those are kind of cool. There might be something there. They're all variant covers. They're not rare per se, but they're non-standard, so maybe something there. I don't know, Random Justice League from 2009. I'm guessing it was part of a crossover story, so I had to buy it. Captain America Reborn, #1. I'm guessing I have the rest of these. 1 through 5. It's 1 of 5, so I probably have them all. Here's another Daredevil Noir. So, okay, so now we know these are out of order. Okay, first of all. There's nothing special about it at all. This might be something. The cover's looks like it's got some printing errors on it, but Captain America #600 might be something. I don't know. These aren't anything, I don't think, but this was a cool story. Unfortunately, I don't have the whole thing. I have issues 1, 2, and 3, and they're in crap condition. I got these actually at Emerald City Comic Con, possibly before it was called Emerald City Comic Con, but this was a small independent comic book producer here locally, and it's a story. It's like a post. It's sort of like it's like The Walking Dead meets. No, let me rephrase that. It's more like Shaun of the Dead taking place in Seattle, so it's kind of cool. It was a fun story, but I was getting like 1 issue a year because it was every year at the Comic-Con that I'd get the next one. And it was super hard to keep up on and find them, and the books were in shitty condition because they were just thrown into boxes loose, and I mean I was buying it directly from the guys, but it was a mess. This might be something. You'd be surprised. So Marvel was doing this thing around, what year is this? I think 2003 it looks like, where they were doing 25-cent issues to try to get you to jump on board. And basically what it was is, the theory was that the 25-cent issue would be the start of the storyline. So if you hadn't been reading but you wanted to jump in, this was a good issue to jump in on because you could basically come in blind. As long as you knew the origin of the character, you could jump in from there. So that was the point of those. What do we got here? I got a Spider-Man Time Storm, but it looks like I'm missing one. One, two, three. So I've got issue 0, and then issue 1, 2, and 3, and it's a crossover of Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2099, which Spider-Man 2099 is one of my favorites. The whole 2099 series, man, if you're old enough to remember that was good shit. Is this from the 08 election, probably? This is, I doubt anything, but this is a 4-issue set of, it's basically, DC does this every so often, and almost whenever there's an election, they'll do some sort of fictionalized version of it. In this particular case, Green Arrow is running for mayor or something. Here's a funny one. Presented by DuPont Pharmaceuticals, National Association of Retail Druggists, DC Comics Superheroes Good Health Activity Book. I'm nearly 99% sure I got this on field day in elementary school. So that would have been circa 94. Yeah, 93 or 94. Here's like the most 90s thing ever. You won't be able to see it, but this cover, this is just a random number 1, okay? This where it says Chain Gang and then the chain down the side, that's foil and it's embossed, it's raised. So that's like super 90s. Guy Gardner number 1 from, I don't know, 92. That's not in great condition. Hardware number 2, these are nothing. Here's another one of those Marvel versus DC sets. This was a good storyline as well. If you ever see the crossover, try to get the light out of there. You ever see the crossover books called Amalgam where they mashed up, like, I think Batman and Wolverine was one, Superman and Captain America was one, Spider-Man and Superboy was one. That stemmed out of that storyline. Here's one that's personal favorite, Justice League of America Funeral for a Friend. This is the book that takes place immediately after Superman dies at the hands of Doomsday. And then this, over here, this part here is actually a flap. So it opens up to reveal the full cover. But this one was really hard to come by back when it was new, and apparently I picked it up for $1. Here's the reprint edition without the flap on it. So that was my jam, was that whole Death of Superman, Return of Superman series. I got a bunch of these. This was another thing DC did. This would have been, this was in 95. They had a bunch of comic books hit number 100 in the same year. And so they did these kinds of covers. The lettering is sort of foil, holographic, and then there was like a silhouette down below. I don't think anything there, but we'll take a look at it. Looks like this is all Justice League stuff. This is just an Elseworlds storyline. This is book 2, so hopefully I have book 1 somewhere. Annual, let's see, Paradise Lost 1, 2, and 3. Nothing particular there. I'm gonna skim through some of this stuff here because a lot of this probably isn't much. What do we have here? Oh, I don't know. This might be something. This was the collector's comic book that came with Batman Mask of the Phantasm on VHS, which was a really successful, really popular animated movie. Theatrical release based on the TV show. And then this one, I think, is just this came out of Hero Magazine, if you're old enough to remember that. But it's Batman Dark Joker the Wild, some sort of advertising bit. Looks like we've got the 0 Hour storyline, which was cool because it started with number 4 and counted down. 4, 3, 2, 1. These are not in great shape because I've read them a million times. It's a really fun story, though. Basically, the universe gets erased from existence. Okay, I'm going to take these and put these off to the side because I'm sure that I have the other issues, but they're in another box. We talked about Kingdom Come the other day. Alex Ross and his printed covers. This is the preview of that. And then I have issues 1, 2, 3, and 4 sitting here, and they're all autographed by Mark Waid on the inside, so you won't be able to see. I don't know that I'll ever part with these. This is my favorite story in the history of comics. I can't even get into it. I can't get into how much I freaking love it. And you know what's funny? It was kind of prescient because prescient because you know, it came out in the mid to late 90s, and now it's, you know, 2019, and there's some themes in there that we're actually seeing today as far as celebrity and things. So pretty cool. This is kind of a set here. They came out, you know, I have a bunch of these. Basically, it's a bunch of number ones. These came out in 2000, and they're essentially modern day versions of the kind of stories that they did in like the 60s and 70s, the really weird, like too many drug storylines. Basically just Silver Age. They're all Silver Age themed. But it looks like I have 10 of them. That might be something. That might be something right there. We might be able to move that because it's a nice set. So, I mean, they had cover prices of 4. Let's see, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 to 50. There's about $35 cover price here. So, all right, guys, appreciate you rocking with me. That's it for this video. We're going to have more of these comic book videos coming up. So stay tuned. Appreciate you guys rocking with me. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if you want to see anything. If you saw anything in this video that you want, let me know. I'm happy to make a deal for you. Especially the stuff that doesn't really have any value. If there's like a storyline that you wanted to see, or if you're missing random issues, hit me up. I might have them. I've got a collection that goes back into mostly into the mid-70s, so hit me up. Yeah, that's it for now. Appreciate you guys, like I said, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.